Laddies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, my beloved people, listen to me. There is something inside you, something vast, something strong, a force so divine that the stars would dim themselves in its presence, and yet, so many of us walk this earth with our heads down, our shoulders hunched, our spirits caged like birds, too afraid to fly. Why? Because we have been taught to shrink, to stay in our little corner, to keep our dreams locked up in drawers, hidden beneath a weight of doubt, of fear, of other people's opinions. Oh, but let me tell you something. There's no jail strong enough to hold a soul that is ready to soar. Now, I know about fear. I know about pain. I know about the lies we whisper to ourselves when the world gets too heavy. I can't. I shouldn't. It's too late. Lies, all of them. You were not sent here to shrink. You were not placed on this good earth to be small. You were meant to take up space, to walk boldly, to be grand in your becoming. My dear ones, hear me now. Fear is a thief, a cunning one, a silent one. It tiptoes into your mind, sets up camp in the corners of your heart, and before you know it, it has stolen the very life you were meant to live. It doesn't announce itself with grand gestures. No, fear is clever. It whispers, it lingers, it makes itself comfortable until you start calling it by another name: caution, hesitation, logic. But don't be fooled. Fear is a liar. It tells you that you are not enough, that you are not ready, that the dream you hold in your hands will crumble if you dare to chase it. And so you wait, you shrink, you sit still while life moves around you, while the years pass, while others, no smarter than you, no stronger than you, step forward and claim what could have been yours. Why? Because fear stole your future before you even reached for it. I have seen brilliant people stay stuck in places they outgrew long ago because fear told them to be grateful for what they had instead of reaching for what they deserved. I have seen souls drown in mediocrity because fear made them believe that greatness was reserved for someone else. I have seen dreams buried in the soft dirt of hesitation, waiting for the perfect moment that never came. But let me tell you something, the perfect moment is a myth. The right time is a mirage. There will always be a reason to wait, a reason to step back, a reason to hold on to your fear like a child clutching a worn-out blanket. But what has that fear ever given you? Has it given you joy? Has it given you purpose? Has it lifted you higher, pushed you forward, set your soul on fire? No, it has only kept you stuck. And the worst part? Fear doesn't just steal your future, it steals your present too. It robs you of the now, the joy of taking action, the thrill of possibility. It makes you doubt yourself before you even begin. It plants seeds of failure before you've had the chance to bloom. But listen to me. You are not here to be ruled by fear. You are not here to be caged by doubt. You were placed on this earth with something powerful inside of you, something that fear cannot touch unless you let it. So stop letting it. Feel the fear, but move anyway. Fear does not disappear with waiting. It does not dissolve with time. It only grows stronger the longer you feed it. The only way to silence fear is with action. The only way to prove it wrong is to step forward and do the thing it told you you couldn't. And if you fail, if you stumble, oh my dear, failure is nothing but a lesson wrapped in disguise. Every great success was once a failure that refused to stay down. Every strong soul was once a scared one who kept going anyway. So do not let fear steal another moment from you. Do not let it hold you hostage in a life smaller than the one you deserve. You were made for more. You were made to rise, and rise you shall. My dear one, listen closely. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It is warm, familiar, easy. It wraps around you like a soft blanket on a cold night, whispering sweet brilliance dim because someone was too afraid to step into the unknown. Oh, the unknown. How we fear it, how we resist it, how we pretend that staying where we are is safer than stepping forward. But the truth is that staying in your comfort zone is the most dangerous thing you can do. It is slow decay, a gradual shrinking of the soul, a quiet surrender. I know because I have been there. I have sat in comfort, telling myself it was enough, when my soul was crying out for more. I have made excuses, called them reasons, held them tight as if they were truth. But the truth, the real, raw truth, is that comfort was never meant to be my home. It was only meant to be my rest stop. And the same is true for you. You will never know how far you can go until you dare to step beyond where you have been. You will never know how strong you are until you challenge yourself to be more. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, it will be terrifying. Yes, there will be moments when you want to run back to the familiar, to the safe, to the easy. But easy does not build greatness. Greatness is built in the fire of challenge, in the push beyond limits, in the leap into the unknown. Every person you admire, every soul who has done something remarkable, every story of triumph you have ever heard, it all began with a step outside the comfort zone. So, my dear, it is time to leave the smallness behind, time to stretch, to reach, to grow. Time to step forward, even if your knees shake, even if your voice trembles, even if fear walks beside you. Because the life you want, the life you dream of, the life you were meant to live, it does not exist in your comfort zone. It is waiting for you on the other side. So go on, step forward, grow. Excuses are clever things. They dress themselves up in fine words, wrap themselves in logic, and stand tall like unshakable truths. I'm too busy. I don't have the right resources. I'll start next week. Oh, how beautifully excuses disguise themselves as wisdom, as caution, as reason. But do not be fooled, my dear. Excuses are nothing but well-dressed lies. They are whispers of fear pretending to be facts. They are the soft hands of doubt, guiding you back to the familiar, back to the small, back to the life you have outgrown. But you must see them for what they are. You must call them by their real names. Procrastination, hesitation, avoidance, because until you do, they will rule your life. They will keep you standing still, waiting for a moment that will never come. I have seen people talk themselves out of their dreams with excuses so polished. I'm not ready yet. I need more time. What if I fail? And while they stood there, trapped by their own words, life moved on without them. Others, no smarter, no stronger, no more prepared, stepped forward and took what they could have had. But let me tell you something, and listen to me well. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is not even luck. It is the simple, undeniable fact that some people refuse to be held hostage by their excuses. They wake up tired but do the work anyway. They don't have all the answers, but they begin anyway. They are afraid, but they move anyway. And that is what you must do, because your excuses will never run out. There will always be another reason to wait, another obstacle in your path, another voice telling you it's not the right time. But time does not wait for your permission. Life does not pause until you feel ready. And dreams, my dear, do not come true for those who sit and wait. They come true for those who stand up and chase them. So what is your excuse? Is it fear? Fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of stepping into something unfamiliar? If so, let me remind you that fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. It is an illusion, a shadow, a ghost of all the things that could go wrong. But here's the truth. Things could also go right, and you will never know unless you try. Is your excuse time? You don't have enough of it? My love, no one has enough time. No one is handed extra hours, extra days, extra years. The difference is how you use what you have. You say you don't have time, but I ask you, do you have time to regret? Do you have time to wish? Do you have time to look back years from now and wonder what could have been? Or is your excuse that you're not ready, that you need to learn more, prepare more, wait until the stars align just right? Let me tell you something. No one is ever shadows of what could have been. You were made for boldness, for brilliance, for greatness. So stop making excuses. Stop dressing up your doubts in the language of logic. Stop delaying your own becoming. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the excuse you keep telling yourself. And it is time to let it go. You were not made for smallness. No, my dear, you were made to take up space, to stand tall, to walk with the kind of presence that makes the air shift when you enter a room. But somewhere along the way, you forgot that. Somewhere along the way, the world told you to shrink, to be quiet, to make yourself small so you wouldn't disturb anyone with your light. And so you listened, you lowered your voice, you softened your steps, you tucked away your dreams, folded them neatly, placed them on a high shelf where they could gather dust. You stopped reaching too high, speaking too boldly, wanting too much. You started apologizing for your brilliance as if being seen, being heard, being alive in your own power was something to be ashamed of. But listen to me and listen well. You were not sent here to be small. You were not placed on this earth to tiptoe through life, afraid of taking up too much space. You are not a whisper. You are not a shadow. You are not something to be hidden. You are vast. You are strong. You are light itself. And light does not apologize for shining. I have seen people dim their own brilliance because someone somewhere once told them they were too much, too loud, too ambitious, too different, too something. And instead of realizing that their too much was someone else's too little, they believed it. They believed the lie that their greatness was a burden. But let me tell you something. Your greatness is not a burden. It is a gift. It is a responsibility. It is a fire that was placed inside you, not to be hidden, not to be contained, but to be unleashed upon the world. And yes, some people will be uncomfortable with it. Some people will try to shrink you down to a size they can manage, a size that makes them feel safe. But their comfort is not your concern. Their smallness is not your assignment. You do not exist to fit into the tiny spaces they have made for you. You exist to break walls, to open doors, to expand beyond every single limit that has ever been placed upon you. So stop apologizing. Stop waiting for permission to shine. Stop making yourself small to make others feel big. That is not your purpose. Your purpose is to step fully into who you are, to own your voice, to claim your space, to walk in the fullness of your being with no shame, no fear, no hesitation. Because when you do, when you stand tall in your truth, you do something powerful. You give others permission to do the same. You become a light, a guide, a force that pulls others out of their own smallness. And that, my dear, is how you change the world. So stand tall, step bold, shine bright. Procrastination is a quiet thief. It does not kick down your door or snatch your dreams from your hands in broad daylight. No, it is much more patient, much more subtle. It whispers, not today, tomorrow will be better. It strokes your back and says, you have time, no need to rush, and you believe it. You set your dreams down for just a moment. You tell yourself you'll pick them up later, when things slow down, when life feels easier, when you feel more ready. But days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and one day you look up and realize that what was once waiting for you has passed you by. This is how people lose their lives without ever really living. Not because they were incapable, not because they weren't worthy, not because they lacked talent, intelligence, or strength. No, my dear, they lost their lives to the quiet pull of later. But later is a lie. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment where the sky parts, the universe clears a path, and the world announces, now is the time. No, The only time you ever have is this moment, right here, right now. The only certainty in life is this breath, this heartbeat, this chance. So why do you wait? Do you think waiting will prepare you? Do you think time alone will make you braver? Time does not change people, action does. Time does not make you ready, movement does. You will not wake up one day fearless, fully confident, completely sure of yourself. That is not how it works. You become confident by doing. You become ready by stepping forward before you feel prepared. I have seen people waste years, decades even, waiting for the right moment. I have seen them sit on ideas that could have changed their lives, hold back their voices that could have moved mountains, hesitate on dreams that were placed in their hearts for a reason. And why? Because they told themselves, not yet. But let me ask you this, what if not yet turns into never? Because that is the risk, that is the danger. The more you delay, the more you teach yourself to delay. And the more you wait, the more waiting becomes a way of life. Before you know it, you have built a habit of hesitation, a lifestyle of putting things off, a reality where dreams are nothing more than distant ideas, never brought to life. But hear me now, you were not put on this earth to postpone your own greatness. You were not given dreams just to keep them locked away in the attic of your mind. You were made to move, to act, to step forward, even when it scares you, even when you don't feel ready, even when every excuse in the world is telling you to wait just a little bit longer. Because the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The longer you stall, the more you convince yourself that your dreams don't matter, that your goals can wait, that your purpose is not urgent. But your purpose is urgent. Your dreams do matter. So no more waiting, no more excuses, no more lying to yourself that tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not yours to hold. All you have, all you will ever truly have is this moment, and this moment is enough. So get up, move, start, because the life you want is not waiting for you. It is waiting for you to begin. Rejection. Oh, how it stings. How it makes you question yourself, how it whispers to you in the silence, making you wonder if maybe, just maybe, you were never good enough to begin with. You put yourself out there, you reach for something bigger, something greater, something beyond where you are now, and the world tells you no. And that no feels final. It feels like a door slammed shut, like a dream collapsing, like proof that you were foolish to try in the first place. But let me tell you something, and I need you to hear me with every ounce of your being. Rejection is not the end. It is not a stop sign. It is not proof that you are not worthy, not capable, not meant for something more. Rejection is redirection. It is life, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, pointing you towards something better, something greater, something more aligned with what you were truly meant for. You see, rejection is not about closing doors. It is about opening the right ones. It is about making sure you do not settle for something less than what was meant for you. But the problem is that too many people take rejection as proof of failure. Too many people let one no keep them from ever trying again. They allow a single disappointment to bury their dreams, to silence their voices, to make them believe that what they wanted was never meant for them. But let me ask you this. How many times are you willing to knock? Because the truth is, the people who make it in this world, the ones who turn their dreams into reality, are not the ones who never face rejection. No, my dear, they are the ones who refused to let rejection define them. They are the ones who kept knocking, kept showing up, kept believing in themselves even when the world told them no over and over again. I have seen people stop too soon. I have seen them turn back when they were one step away from the breakthrough, one moment away from the opportunity that would have changed everything. They let the no define them. They let it shrink them. They let it convince them that their dreams were impossible. But impossible is just a word, a flimsy, weak little thing that only has power if you believe it. And you, my dear, must stop believing in impossibility and start believing in yourself. So what if someone tells you no? So what if they don't see your value, your talent, your worth? That does not mean you have none. That does not mean your dream is foolish. That only means you have to find another way, another door, another path, because there is always another way, always. And sometimes rejection is a gift in disguise. Sometimes the thing you wanted so badly, the thing you were so sure was meant for you, was actually too small for you. Sometimes life is saving you from a lesser version of your destiny. Sometimes rejection is not rejection at all. It is protection. It is preparation. It is a lesson wrapped in disappointment. So do not fear rejection. Do not let it stop you. Do not let it break you, because rejection is not about keeping you down. It is about pushing you toward where you are truly meant to be. So keep knocking, keep moving, keep going, because one day you will realize that every single no led you straight to the yes that changed everything. You are waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right circumstance, waiting for life to hand you permission, for the stars to align, for a sign, a push, a guarantee that if you start, if you try, if you reach for something more, it will all work out exactly the way you hope. But hear me now. There is no perfect time. There is no flawless moment when everything falls into place, when fear disappears, when certainty steps forward and takes you by the hand. There is only now. There is only this moment. And if you do not take it, if you do not seize it, if you let it pass by while you sit there waiting, it will be gone. I have seen too many people wait their lives away. Wait for confidence, wait for clarity, wait for a future that never comes. Because they never stepped forward to claim it. They told themselves, I'll start next month, next year, when I have more money, when I have more time, when I feel ready. And then one day they look back and realize they spent more time waiting than living. Because the truth, the raw, unpolished truth, is that life does not wait for you. Opportunities do not pause until you are ready. Your dreams do not sit on a shelf, untouched, unspoiled, waiting patiently for the day you decide to finally go after them. No, life moves with or without you. And every second you spend waiting is a second you will never get back. So what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for fear to disappear? It won't. It never will. Fear is a companion to every great journey. It walks beside the bold. It lingers in the hearts of the brave. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to let it hold them back. Are you waiting for certainty? For the guarantee that if you start, everything will work out? My love, there are no guarantees. There never have been, there never will be, and that is the beauty of it. That is the adventure. The unknown is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. It is the place where miracles happen, where transformation takes root, where life is truly lived. Are you waiting for permission? Waiting for someone to tell you that it's okay to dream bigger, to want more, to step outside of the life that has been handed to you? Let me be that voice for you now. Let me tell you, yes. Yes, you are allowed to want more. Yes, you are allowed to go after it. Yes, you are allowed to leave behind anything and anyone that tells you otherwise, because this is your life, yours, not your parents, not your friends, not society's, yours. And if you do not take control of it, if you do not step forward and claim it, someone else will shape it for you. And I promise you, they will not shape it into the life you were meant for. So no more waiting. No more hoping for a perfect moment that does not exist. No more telling yourself you have time as if time is something you can count on, something that is promised to you, because it is not. So go. Start now. Start messy. Start afraid. Start with doubt sitting heavy on your shoulders. Start before you feel ready. Start before you know how. Just start. Because life is happening right now. And the only question that matters is, are you going to let it pass you by, or are you going to step forward and live it? You have heard the words. You have felt them move through you, stirring something deep inside. The part of you that has always known you were meant for more. The part of you that is tired of waiting, tired of hiding, tired of making excuses for why you are not yet the person you were born to be. You can go back to the same life, the same patterns, the same doubts that have kept you small. Or you can stand up, step forward, and claim what is